Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thomas Rant YouTube channel. I just got finished watching Monday Night Raw. Now, let's recap. Let's talk how the show started. The show started with Cody Rhodes coming out, obviously as the undisputed WWE champion. We know we have Crown Jewel, and WWE now has a new tradition, which I love, beginning last year, where each world champion will face each other at Crown Jewel and become the Crown Jewel World Champion. Last year, it started in Saudi Arabia, quite appropriately. Cody Rhodes beat Gunther, and Liv Morgan beat Nia Jax. On that night, they won a belt and a ring. They didn't get to keep the belt because it's very valuable in Saudi Arabia. Owned it, but they get to keep the ring. This year it's in Australia, it's not in Saudi Arabia, so I don't think the belt will be involved. I think that's just a Saudi thing and Saudi being weird, but the rings will. And it won't be defending the ring. If Cody wins again, he'll just get another one, which I like, because it shows how many times they do it. Because this is like, I mean, Wade Barrett put it like perfectly. It's like the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or for wrestlers, except obviously Ballon d'Or is just an award, like it's awarded to people. But this is like, you're the guy. This is like, it's supposed to be bigger than the Royal Rumble. Not really, like, it's not a bigger win, but it's like, you're the world champion who beat the world champion. You're the A champion in WWE. So, as we know, Cody and Seth are going to be going at it, which is amazing, because when you think about it, Cody Rhodes, when he returned to WWE, who did he face? Seth Rollins. Then he had a rematch with him at Backlash, 2 bangers, WrestleMania and Backlash, and then they had the Hell in a Cell match where Cody had the torn pec, still beat Seth 3-0. When Cody Rhodes was feuding with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins was there by himself, by his side, to help him team against The Rock and Roman, to help him beat Roman Reigns. And since then, Seth is now obviously healed. They went from enemies to friends, back to enemies. And this was just kind of a promo when they got to, like, man up against each other. You know, they were kind of facing off. Braun, Bronson, Paul, they were all waiting on the outside of the ring. Seth said that a lot of people think things about him, but he wanted to know what Cody thought about him. And, well, Cody kind of used his words to kind of say he respects Rollins, but he doesn't agree with what he's doing recently. And it shouldn't be about what Cody thinks of him, it should be about what Seth thinks of him. That's when Seth goes, nah, you hide behind your words. I'm the better man, I'm the alpha. Cody then referred to the fact that they had 3 matches and Seth never won a single one. And that led Seth into being in a right mood the rest of the night, including backstage where he was with Becky, and Becky was, you know, giving it all that after all the criticism they get, despite being champions, despite, like, you know, after everyone, you know, she was saying, screw AJ Lee, screw CM Punk, and screw Cody Rhodes. Then she stormed off and said she's going to do something about it. Maybe she's going to try and embarrass Cody Rhodes like she did to CM Punk. Who knows? Is Brandy Rhodes going to get in the ring? I'm here for it, right? But who knows? It's interesting. I can't wait to see this match. And I don't know who I think should win yet, and I'm very torn between it. I have a bit of an idea, but I'm going to save it for a predictions video. The only other bit of Cody Rhodes was seen that night was when he met up with Jimmy Uso, and Jimmy Uso asked Cody Rhodes to have a word with Jay, because it was announced when we started the show that Jay and LA Knight were going one-on-one. Seemed appropriate. I thought it would be the main event, but it wasn't. Quite surprised by that. But it seemed appropriate after all the beefing. And I thought maybe by the end of this night they might be done with the division, and this is Jay and LA Knight settling their feud. Jimmy, however, went to Jay and said, look, I spoke to Adam Pearce, and I decided to get World Tag Team rematch against the Vision, until I found out that you went and made your own match against LA Knight. And I had a bit of a disagreement. And they're falling out, and Jay's not trusting no one. And Jay is, in fact, just in this world right now where he can't trust no one. He's not getting what he wants, and nothing's working for him. So that's why Jimmy asked Cody to go help, and I'm interested to see where that would go. But yeah, that's an interesting way to start the show. Speaking of world champions and speaking of Crown Jewel, Stephanie Vaquer came out to celebrate being world champion, and Adam Pearce let her know, you'll be in that Crown Jewel match at Crown Jewel. Now, Tiffany's defending in a triple threat match against Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. On Friday Night SmackDown, you'll face the winner of that match. And I do not expect it to be Nia Jax, but something in my brain tells me maybe Jade Cargill could take this title. So I'm guessing at Crown Jewel, we're probably going to get Stephanie Jade Cargill, if not Stephanie Tiffany Stratton. Either way, as nice as it is to have Stephanie as champion, I don't think she'll be winning that one. I don't know. We'll save it for the predictions when the match is official. But yeah, I'm excited for Crown Jewel. I love this new tradition. I like it. I do like it. I'm very fond of it, actually. Very fond. Dominic Mysterio was seen throughout the show. I mean, he got threatened by Rusev because Rusev is the new number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and Rusev's chasing him down. He says he wants that title. Dom went into the clubhouse to ask Finn for some help. Finn turned him away, said, no, you said you didn't need us last week, and you needed, you know, and you could do it yourself, so why don't you get help from El Grande Americano? Finn didn't like that, Dom didn't like that advice, so he went to JD, and JD said the same thing. JD said, nah, you said you didn't need me. But then Roxanne stepped in. Now, obviously, WWE have been planting the seeds of Roxanne being the next woman that fancies and flirts with Dom. Maybe it sets something up between Roxanne and Liv when they come back, because as we know, Roxanne replaced Liv, just like Liv did to Rhea Ripley. So, this was this was planting seeds in that story. So JD decided to help Dom, and he had an impromptu match with Rusev, where it was going all right for him. It wasn't horrible, but Rusev eventually had JD in the accolade, and Dom decided to try and help, but then gave up and thought, nah, you know what, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna help JD until JD tapped, and then it was Finn Balor who eventually came to help JD. And once Finn Balor had fended off Rusev, Dom tried picking up JD to act as if he was helping the whole time, and Finn was telling him to back off. Now, this isn't Finn falling out with the Judgment Day and, you know, all this, which it used to be. Finn has manipulated the Judgment Day to be on his side, to now at the point where Dominic's off doing his own thing, they're kind of turning on Dominic, and I like it. It's great. I feel like if anyone was to lead the Judgment Day, Dom would be the most appropriate. Even though he embodies the Judgment Day, he has the most solo superstar potential right now, and obviously Finn Balor should be respected as a legend in his own right and not just in a faction. I feel like Finn is working better in the faction, and this story is great, and I'm here for it. And speaking of, you know, Dom and El Grande Americano, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee went to Adam Pearce saying they're sick of all these other El Grande Americanos coming around. So Adam Pearce created a match between AJ Styles and Dragon Lee and these other El Grande Americanos. And that's going to happen next week. But what I'm confused about is we heard no mention of John Cena and AJ Styles, but yet they've confirmed a match happening at Crown Jewel between AJ and John. I get it's business, and I get we all know where it's going, and you want to get to the point, but like, at least make a story out of it. Like, did I mess something on NXT? I don't know, but come on, man. Where's the story behind that? Do you know what I mean? We need a story. Kicking off the show, the first match kicking off the show was Penta teaming up with the War Raiders against the New Day and Grayson Waller, which I believe was match of the night, but obviously it's a bit of a cheat code when they have tables and kendo sticks and all sorts. But like, the spots were cool, everyone could high fly, the chemistry was there. Eventually Penta and War Raiders got the win, and I'm hoping that'll be the end of the story. I mean, the way they got the win was Penta hitting a Mexican Destroyer off the top rope. As we know, the Mexican Destroyer was used against Kofi and Xavier Woods, who they claim to be injured by it and they wanted to ban the move. This happened in a much worse condition to Grayson Waller, and I can imagine they're probably going to write him off TV for a bit, or they're going to over-dramatise it. So maybe it might not be done, but I'm hoping it is, because I want the New Day and I want Penta to do better stuff. You know, I'm not saying this isn't good, this is great. I like that they've had a bit of a feud, but I don't want it to last forever. Do you know what I mean? It was a fantastic match, and I'm glad the War Raiders, New Day, Penta, Grayson Waller, I'm glad they're all getting their shine. Just where is Austin Theory? What is going on with that? I mean, come on. We need it. Anyways, last week, after Bayley came to help Lyra Valkyria and then shouted at her backstage, she was nice backstage and Lyra was confused. And then she asked Lyra to be out there with her in a match against Roxanne Perez, which she was, as we know. Raquel beat Lyra, and then Lyra beat Roxanne. So now Bayley's taking on the Judgment Day, and Bayley did beat Roxanne, but after the match, when Lyra went to celebrate with her, Bayley attacked her, and Bayley went full heel again. And she can't seem to battle her demons. We don't know whether we're getting face or heel. Obviously, we're going to get something brand new, and I'm hoping it's similar to 2020 heel dominant version of Bayley. But I'm liking how they've still managed to keep this story between Bayley and Lyra going. It's lasted a while, almost since WrestleMania. So it's exciting. It's a way to get to use them without, you know, having to always put them in a title picture. So I like it, and I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. Any day of the week. And I believe I believe the only other thing I haven't mentioned is the actual main event. Now, obviously, as we know, Asuka has been getting mad at absolutely everyone who talks to IYO SKY. I mean, first she gave lip to Stephanie Vaquer saying, oh, you didn't deserve that title. IYO SKY deserves that title. And that's when Rhea Ripley was there to pull her up on how disrespectful she was. She challenged her to a match, and it was happening. IYO SKY said to Rhea that she needs to call off the match because obviously she's concerned between everything that's going on. And Asuka's just going on this power trip. She's scaring Kairi Sane, and she's getting things complicated with IYO SKY. Anyway, this match happens. I believe Rhea Ripley picked up the win, I believe. If not, it would end in a DQ. Why can't I remember the result of that match? And also Jey Uso beat LA Knight, and thanks to the Vision got involved. LA Knight got himself distracted. Jey Uso got the win because he stayed focused on what he was doing. That's what Roman told him to do, and that's what he's been trying to do, blocking out LA Knight, blocking out Jey Uso, focused on the win, got the win. Screw all the shenanigans. And I'm happy Jey got the win, and I'm glad of where he's going. Anyways, in the main event, Rhea got the win, but then there was a missed attack, and she was obviously, her and Kairi were attacking Rhea Ripley, and she was making that attack Rhea Ripley. That's when IYO SKY came out to save Rhea and begged Asuka not to, keep attacking Rhea Ripley. And that was when Asuka faked out with a hug and then turned on her, which obviously was the inevitable. We are not shocked by this. We were expecting it. The worst part about it is she was making Kairi turn on IYO as well, and you can tell Kairi did not want to do it. Kairi was visibly upset when she was doing it, but she was being forced to do it, and I'm interested to see where this dynamic goes. Will Kairi eventually succumb to the darkness, or will she rebel against Asuka? That's the interesting part of the story, you see. But I can imagine at Crown Jewel, we're probably going to get Rhea and IYO teaming up against Asuka and Kairi Sane, and that people are going to love it because it's Australia. So, yeah, pretty decent episode of Monday Night Raw. The match quality was great. The segment quality was fantastic. Match of the night, as I said, was the 6-man tag. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one.